Okay, we should be fine now, because now the actual audio meter is properly showing it on my end that it's capturing the sound, so we should be good now. OBS is really stressing me out tonight. And after Sin brought everybody over to visit too, that's the sad part. But we have sound, we have motion, we can actually get to it. Alright, here we go. Are those fries? And if so, what kind? Make craving curly fries something fierce? They're just regular Burger King fries. I like how they're cut a little thicker and a little stiffer than McDonald's fries are. Yeah, these are just regular old Burger King fries. Okay, good. So, warm-up stuff. People who have never been by a fighting, however, okay. I can say words, I swear. So, for people who have never been by one of my Fighting Friday streams, usually what I do is I warm up a little bit by just going over the max range of each of my buttons. I try to hit at the tip of each button at least 5 times in a row. And the main purpose of this is to remind myself what game I'm playing, but also to remind myself of the actual spacing for 5 of each of my buttons, because it's easy to sort of like calculate the minimum range and everything, but the maximum range is more important, because if you're looking at generally, right, for most players anyway, once they get to a certain point, they're looking at the space in between the two characters. So getting to know, right, the very edge of where your buttons hit is sort of more helpful, because it gives you an idea of 2, 3, about how far out you can be before a button might miss. So it's useful to sort of, and you can, if you want to like really challenge yourself, you can try to do 10 reps without missing. But the whole point is mostly just, here's good. Right? The whole point is mostly that you start getting an idea of, this might hit, but it might whiff. There we go. You start getting an idea of, right, about how far apart you actually need to be from your opponent before you can or can't hit them. And that is sort of more useful to know in more pitched situations, because Nightbot, we're not playing Legend of Legaia right now. That's not the game that we're playing. Hush. I'm gonna go see if I can turn off that with Nightbot without having it yell at me. But basically, right, the reason why I study the maximum range of my buttons and not the minimum range is because it's very easy to know the minimum range, because you just have to be basically right up in their face. But the maximum range is different from button to button. So it's one of those things where by knowing the maximum range, like I was saying earlier, you have an idea of like where you're allowed to sort of make judgment calls on when to press certain buttons. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and having a sense of like, okay, I can press this button here versus I can't press this button here is kind of important. Because if it's like, oh, I have a very fast button, but the range is like here, I can't be pressing that like out here unless I'm trying to really anticipate that I'm going to stuff something else, right? It's just one of those things where it's about having a better sense of like how far really you can kind of like put out certain buttons so that you don't have to be always up in somebody's face in order to hit them. That's why it's important to kind of know like the max range of your buttons. Like I said, minimum range, all you really have to do is just like walk up literally into somebody's face and like smack them, right? But the maximum range is a little different. And once you have a better understanding and command of like, okay, this is where my button stops reaching if I do punch or kick or whatever, then that lets you get a better idea of how to strategize around when you do or don't press certain buttons or do certain things. All that is kind of critical, right? So, with all that done, we can talk about Sin's combo theory just a little bit. So basically the way that Sin works is that if you look at this little meter in the lower left corner of the screen where the flag is, that's Sin's stamina gauge. Every time I use a special follow-up to some of my special moves, like the driver follow-up or the the Hawkmaker follow-up or the Elk Hunt follow-up or the Hoof Stomp follow-up, right? Each of those uses up one section of stamina. And basically, the more stamina I used up, the faster it starts to regenerate, and then it slows down as I get more of it back. But the basic idea is that as long as Sin has at least one stamina gauge chunk left, he can extend his pressure or his attacks in a number of ways that allows him to do follow-up combos. It allows him to do stuff like this to advance and like make people guess between a throw or a low attack or a high attack, right? And a bunch of other stuff. And while this means that Sin can both pile on the damage and be like a pressure monster, he has to manage his stamina gauge accordingly. Because if he doesn't, it becomes a lot harder for him to capitalize on like random hits and things like that. So it's very easy. It's very easy, especially as a new Sin player, to like accidentally push too hard and just totally burn all your stamina, and then it's like, well, dang, I can't do anything till any of this comes back, right? So the key with Sin is that it's about moderation. However, if you moderate your meter usage carefully and you do your setups correctly, you'll find that you will get a lot out of kind of just how he functions as a character. Okay, that does work. You have to have like a really good launcher for that to actually come out correctly. That's good to know. So yeah, Sin basically just in a nutshell is kind of just like a combo monster like that. Also, he has hilarious amounts of screen carry. So case in point, if I can do this correctly. Strive, please. Yes. One, provided I get the right starter and I don't drop anything. This is not like a thing where it's like, oh, this is a perfect and easy thing to land in every match. It gets easier with practice, but you notice I started in one corner and literally took them to the other one. With the right resources, Sin is a very scary character. Again, quite literally. Corner to corner, very easily. And get a guaranteed screen break. But I have to get the right starter and I have to not drop any of that. Which is less difficult than you think. But it requires that you sort of get used to in order to really like make the best use of that, you have to be able to get his what we call his 2H, his crouching heavy slash, this move. And you have to be able to actually hit with like this part, right? It's either that or you get a launch or you get a launch with his forward K, his 6K. Those are basically the only ways that you actually manage to like get certain things going. And as you can see, it's still very difficult if you, in certain circumstances anyway. Like basically the only way that you really get the big damage combo is to land this. And if you're too far out, you don't get that extender, right? So you have to have a, and this is why knowing the ranges of your buttons is important, because if you kind of just autopilot it and go, yeah, clearly I'm in range, when you're not, you'll go for the 2H to try to set up that big damage combo and then totally beef it. So yeah, it's one of those things where Sin is very much a character that's like, he's very good at what he does, but he requires you manage your resources very carefully. In the Guilty Gear game that came out before this one, Guilty Gear XR, I used to be a Sin player at the very start of that game's lifespan. And then then my actual main character made it into the base roster after one of the major updates, and I hadn't really played Sin again until he came out for this game. So it's kind of like going back to my roots in a way.
Are you ready?
Oh no, it's the Sin mirror. This is either going to be hilarious or cursed. I'm not sure which. Bite me. Thank you. I'm just sitting here going like, fight me, fight me, fight me!
Mankind knew that. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ooh, that's good. Huh? No. Wow. Okay, are the Strive servers just cursed tonight? I literally just got yanked. I literally just got yeeted out for no reason. I'm convinced that mirror matches in general are cursed as fuck, unless it's the Ryu mirror and Street Fighter. That's because you're a Ryu apologist, Mojo. All you do is Hadouken, eat hot chip, and lie.
Welcome.
I mean, yeah, someone has to be. Yeah. Strive is being a hater, OBS is being a hater. Just big haterade energy, but we're still here.
Are you ready?
Wasn't aware the player haters ball was tonight, right? Speaking of player haters, a level 1022 Happy Chaos.
I knew that. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh wow, that was actually pretty slick. I respect it. Fuck off. God damn. Ah. I really need Strive to stop hiccuping. Yeah, something's messed up tonight, and I don't know what it is. If this person hits me with a one and done, I won't even be upset because, yeah, whatever is going on is some bullshit tonight. And I can't burst here. Ah. And hate Happy Chaos is a pain in the neck, but it's not an impossible fight. I just never fight any. I also don't know what I'm doing. It might be Twitch. I don't know how many concurrent players Strive currently has, but probably not enough to cause that. Shit. Fuck off. There we go. Being a hater, might as well have a shirt and hat at this point. Yeah, might as well. Oh, I almost popped them with that. That would have been fucking hilarious. Okay. Shit. I tried to force them in, but I tried to force it on my terms, but oh, that's annoying. Okay, I don't know why they kept walking forward, but
Mankind.
that was weird.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Wait, the fucking. No. Damn it, I wanted to fucking do... I held forward for too long. I wanted to do a dust. Yeah, I don't know. Something weird might be happening. Oof. Okay, yeah. There's a number of times where they were kind of just walking toward me and not doing anything. And that's why they kept getting hit by, like, my random jabs and things like that. Those feel like input errors. Those felt to me like input errors, but I don't know for sure. Either that, or I just was mashing 2P at exactly the right time to not get my shit pushed in. I have no idea which one.
Are you ready?
Either I got really lucky, and I was just pressing the right button at the right time, or they had some kind of input error that made them walk into my buttons. One of those two.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts. Heaven or hell.
うちのショーは安くないですよ。
とっとと始めようぜ。母さんが待ってる。
Six versus Rigid. Duel 1.
Alright, see.
Let's rock.
Got the burst early, which is really all I want. Because now this kind of gives me room. There we go.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Could have killed if I did Tyrant Barrel. It's fine. I could have gotten a kill without having to go back to mid screen if I realized that the wall was gonna break a little faster.
Duel 1.
Just done super and it would have killed. It's cute that you tried to do that, Meaty, and I respect it. That's fine, break it back if you want.
Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Time to rock the baby. Oh, good. Ooh, burst safe. Okay, that's fair. I tried to take my turn too early. I tried to take my turn too early in the middle of that and pressed the button too early and got hit. Tried it, and I respect it.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Okay, let's see. Got. Ooh. Okay, good. Good. I'm dead. Yeah. That's the main thing with Bridget. Because basically she's not like a super long range specialist, but it's close. Basically she plays at just enough mid range that it's a little hard for Sin to contest. A little. Yes, I have to do a lot. I have to do a lot more in terms of like actual hard callouts in order to really like push my advantage. And it's one of those things where because my buttons are very slow, if I'm pressing buttons at the wrong time, Dizzy is entirely a gear. Sin is like half gear, I think. Sin should be, I think, half a gear. They're not half and quarter.
Are you ready?
Functionally, it probably doesn't actually matter. Functionally speaking, it probably doesn't actually matter. But I probably want to say correctly, yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is what I mean by like, because Sin's buttons are slower, trying to fight Bridget at mid-range is kind of hard. So I either have to force her to like overextend and like pop her with bullshit, or basically do hard callouts whenever she does things like the rolling forward thing. Those are basically like the only ways that I can kind of like, again, it's not like, oh, it's impossible to deal with, but it means that I have to pay more attention to like call out stuff like that. And that can be the hard part, right? That because of the fact that like while Sin does a lot of damage, his longer range buttons are a bit slower, while Bridget's are very quick. And it's not impossible to deal with. It just means that I have to spend a lot more time just calling out. I have to spend a lot of time calling out a lot of like high angle attacks and things like that. And good bridges don't leave gaps in their pressure, so it's harder to call out a lot of their high angle moves and things like that. Oh, that's... That move will lose to we'll lose to a 6P. Main thing, yeah, that's basically the main thing, right? It's that a lot of Bridget's, I think a lot of her really high hitting moves, or really like super long range moves, are mids that I can probably 6P through. Which is why this Bridget is making a point of like, you'll notice that sometimes they'll like, they like to open with a lot of that stuff and deliberately trying to like put themselves out of range of like my 6P and things like that, because they know for a fact that if I put a hand on them with 6P, they basically eat a gigantic bag of shit. You see? Notice? They're trying, like literally the strategy for them is to avoid that as much as they can. Get off my ass. So basically, and that's the thing, they're trying to make sure that they don't actually have to contest quarter. Thank you, Sin. Sorry, thank you, Mojo. But yeah, the main thing is that with that Bridget in particular, you notice that they, and I don't say this as in a, oh, wow, they're terrible or they're sucky or anything like that, but you notice that they were too afraid to actively either give me the space to swing my 5S, the big like haha button, and they would not stay in the air near where my 6P range is. They would fake out or otherwise redirect or try to not be there. Because while Bridget will beat Sin in terms of like the range, sorry, speed to range ratio for some of her farther reaching buttons,
They cannot change society. Duel 1.
I'll last better in a scramble. I get hit by command throw. And I get hit by command throw again. Jeez. So, the afro is not just like a joke thing. If you get hit by it, your hitbox does actively like... Yeah, they're being overly cautious when Bridget's main tool are range and mobility. Yeah, I mean, it worked because they knew that I'd get annoyed and like run them down. Get off my ass. Nah, I got hit. And it worked for them. Because the main thing is that they also were very deliberately like... It's one of those things where... Basically, if I had been able to adapt a little faster and actively like say, fuck that, you're not going to... And I started a little bit near the end of the set, but they didn't run it by me again. I probably would have at least taken one. Because the main thing that I figured out finally was that they... Yeah, it worked out for them though, because it's one of those things where it's like they were staying at the right ranges to avoid. They were staying at the right ranges to avoid getting. They were staying at the right ranges to avoid like having to contest against my stronger buttons, and get fucked. RTL. So yeah, the Bridget was thinking pretty ahead of the curve there, honestly. And the main thing about this Faust, I get why they're throwing out a bunch of the items. A lot of it is about like just making me scared to kind of like advance, and it's kind of working out, right? The main thing is that I feel like defensively they're not as tied up as they could be tight as they could be defensively. So they basically use. It feels like, to a certain degree, it feels like they're using the items to kind of like cover, which you can kind of do as fast. It's not like a bad thing, but it's like that was good. But it's one of the things where, for the most part, they just kind of like whenever they get like scared and they start like going like I don't want to like stay away from me and they start throwing items a bunch. They're trying to like force me to panic a little bit because of all the shit on the screen. There we go. Whew. Yeah, that's fair. They went for the low because they figured I would. Mm-hmm. Ah, might be outraged there. Man, right? Mix. Okay, right. So, the thing with the Afro, I meant to explain that and I stopped. The Afro does actually increase the size of my hurt box when it's on me. So, like, Faust, like, using the command throw to put it on me is not just for, like, memes or anything. He can set it on fire to cause, like, extra damage to me and things like that. So it's not like, oh, yeah, Faust is just doing it for memes. It actually kind of matters. Yeah, see? Like, the point when they throw a bunch of items is to, like, try to get me to panic. I felt lost, because this is the kind of Faust that is, like, a lot of it isn't just like, oh, wow, I'm just throwing items just because I want to, like, spam. It's like, the point mostly of the items was to make me panic and to just eat up a bunch of space on the screen. Turn my head for a second, I see you fighting Pyramid Head's baby cousin. That's... Faust has only really been like that starting from this game, funny enough.
Are you ready?
You're VIP, why you... I'm literally just out here getting bullied by a VIP player. I go up to Celestia and go bother the people up there. Leave me alone. I'm halfway joking. I'm halfway joking. It doesn't actually matter. But hey son, what's up? Yeah. It's actually fine, honestly, because I need Faust matchup experience. So I took the command grab because I didn't want to have to deal with the bombs. Got the burst. All I really care about. Okay. Horn, meteors. Yeah, and that's the other thing that this Faust in particular kind of I noticed likes to do. They'll literally wait until they get meteors before they start trying to use Scarecrow switch tactics, which, in fairness, it's not like a bad strategy, but the problem is that because I'm expecting it, it's not as effective as they would like. Ah, wrong button. That's fair. I'm just waiting for Burst to come back. I fucked up the combo finish. That tear down was hilarious, and then I stole the burst anyway. It's like, fucking tried. Okay, that's fair. Nope. Ah, I waited too long. I should have done the burst. Well, doing it earlier wouldn't have been great. Is the command grab faster? That's annoying. The command grab might have been faster than regular grab, and that's why I got hit. That's fair. Oh, that's unfortunate. You just lost all the meter. Okay, I see what the plan is now. Because they don't want to. They don't want to engage me at all. So they're kind of just gonna sit, throw items, and just not engage me at all, which is fair. And then when I get impatient and irritated, they throw out the lows and the overheads and things like that. It makes me up. Baited the burst because they knew I was going to get impatient and burst the logs. Yeah. Yeah. This is how you can tell somebody's, like, this is the kind of stuff that happens in Celestial, where it's like, you just do this kind of stuff to annoy people. It's also relatively airtight. Thought I was close enough. Ah, they got me. Ah, they got me. I ran out of stamina. So yeah, now you can tell that it's just a thing where they're deliberately doing a lot of like the waiting and other stuff, like psychologically pressure me out. Yeah, there it is. They may try for another one. They're trying to either bait elk. They're trying to bait either elk hunt or beat drivers. Okay, you don't have to do all that now. Either they were that thing where they were doing the jitter was either they were like walking. I don't think they were teabagging. I think it's just like they were walking back and forth for no reason. It's like it's like you won. You don't have to. That's literally you don't have to do any of that. Kind of annoying, but whatever.
Are you ready?
Hmm.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Mhm. The other thing is also that because Faust can crawl along the ground like that, right? So it makes it a little harder to hit with like this button because Faust can crawl under that. Yeah. Like, this is, to be clear, this is not like a bad Faust player or anything in terms of like they don't know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. Why it's kind of a pain. It's very deliberate, like, tactics to get me to jump or do other stuff that is relatively easy to bait at, right? Like that. Mm-hmm. Yep. It mix to get over the wake up key. Yeah, and that's why having the wig on is not ideal. It makes your hitbox bigger.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Okay. Maybe you are. I don't know. Maybe they were actually teabagging. It might be. Like, you can sit and do... Ah, they delayed the... fair. Ah. Okay, burst safe, that's fair. Full burst, that's fair. Huh. I thought RTL came out at that point, but I guess not. I probably just didn't do the inputs correctly. It happens. It's mixed, but I'm still on this side. Okay. That's fair.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Mantho. No. I didn't measure the distance of that correctly. I shouldn't have done that. That was a little silly of me. Damn. Nope. Moving down. I'll just come stand over here. My business. If this spouse is actually an asshole, they'll probably come chase me down. If not, then it's fine. Thinking about making a snack, but hoping getting in some. Yeah, a bit. I did get kind of salty during that last set. A bit. A little more than a bit. Which is part of why I got up and moved to a different station. Because part of it is more like I was beginning to sort of see what they were doing, but I didn't have enough of a bead on it to actively stay. I didn't have enough of a bead to stay ahead of it. So it's a little annoying in the sense of like I don't have enough of a bead to keep ahead of exactly what they were doing, even as I started to anticipate some of it. That's my own fault. I tried to do a meaty attack to get more frames out, but I forgot that Baiken has a counter, so you can't really do that. You can, but you have to be sure that whoever you're fighting isn't going to make a habit out of doing. If you're fighting against the Baiken player, you basically have to yeah. A lot of it is like space control stuff, and it's one of those things where you can't actually approach her on wake up until you know what the specific habits of the Baiken you're fighting against are, as far as using her counter move go. Because it is very powerful as like a reversal tool when she uses it for that, but nope. Yeah, and the thing that Viking keeps doing, where it looks like there's a tether tying us, it's a move that it's a feature that she gets after either she throws you or she hits you with a thing. And basically, once she has you tethered, you can't actually get a certain distance away from her, or vice versa, without getting pulled toward her. So it's a thing that she can use that makes some of her combos really obnoxious. Number 6. Yeah, so like here now, right, while that's tethered in, right, we can't get a certain distance apart without getting pulled together. About the gun, fuck. Fully mad in school if I can play fishing for tatamis to let... That works, because the coverage that you get from tatamis is really strong. So it works, but you have to be very confident in your tatami placement to make that work. If you're not, then you kind of get fucked up. Why are all of these Celestial players down here anyway? I mean, I know I'm on the 10th floor. So it's half a rhetorical question, but it's one of those things where it's like, wow, they actually legitimately. How about these hits? Yep, and there's the time, and right, you notice that they air dashed in and did the tatami as I was getting up, so that I had to block that while standing up, which gave them time to kind of do whatever the fuck else they wanted. That's the kind of thing that I mean, but that's what Mojo was talking about, and what I was talking about, where I said you have to know, right? You have to know where the range of your tatami, like you have to. Sorry, that's not what I was gonna say. You have to have confidence in the placement of your tatamis. If you don't, then basically what happens is lol, 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 lol. Yo, seriously, why are there so many of them down here? This is weird. I'm not like upset. I'm just confused. So yeah, like I'm not upset, but I'm just like, why all y'all down here? Why are y'all not in Celestial? It might be because it's the end of the month, and it's like, well, we're gonna get knocked out of it anyway, because it resets every month. But it's also just, I'm just also like legitimately like, why are all y'all down here? It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just a little annoying because I'm like, why are y'all down here? Like, what's the reason? Seriously. I got right in the system, fuck. I think with the update and the cosplay stuff and validating things, people who used to be Celestial no longer actually meet the requirements. Could be. Got the burst. Fuck. That's my own fault. Does that? Yeah, like there is a monthly. Yeah, there is a monthly refresh for Celestial. That is a thing. So it's one of those things where it's like I know it's near the end of the month, but if you're already in, it's not like they're gonna kick you out. Like it hasn't happened. Yeah, there is. It's just that like the refresh hasn't happened yet, so it shouldn't. Yeah, the refresh hasn't happened yet, so it should. They shouldn't be here yet. I'm staying on the 10th floor because if I go back to the 7th, I promise you I'll kill my way up to like either the 8th or the 9th. I'd rather fight people that, even if it is more annoying, I'd rather fight people up here than go back down to where I'm assigned to be, because I know that. Let me not get too much up in my own ass. But the short answer is that I'm probably on my worst day, I'm like maybe 8th floor material. I'm not going down to 7th. We're not doing that. Ah, shit. It wasn't. I don't think it was like. I think it's like maybe level 2 down. No, his glasses broke. So it's either level 2 or level 3 down the system. But for whatever reason, I didn't get hit by the full cinematic, which is weird, but whatever. Gold Lewis, it's kind of a pain. Yeah, like if I go back down to 7. Oh, whoops! I went down. Oh well, I couldn't bother fighting. I didn't actually mean to drop that, like accept the one all the way down here, but yeah. So we'll see. If anyone decides to step 2, there's a pretty good chance that I will Depending on whether or not other people got demoted down here with me, or I actually play people that are at this level, the over-under is like 50-50 on whether or not I'll actually beat enough ass to get by force back up to the floor that I'm normally at.
Are you ready?
Alright, we'll see. His Milia is kind of annoying, very fast. So, there's a chance that depending on how solid this person's defense is,
So instead of
and their movement, either I'm going to find myself having a very hard time keeping up with them, or I'm going to put hands on them like 3 times and it's over. Let's see. Yeah, okay. It's gonna be one of these kinds of fights. Where it's like, okay, they're down on the lower floor, but either they got demoted like I did or something else. So let's see. I tried to press a button there. That's my own fault. I got hit by that. I got hit by that legit. I tried to press the button. Big turbo ball. Hey, Mimsy. And now I'm out of stamina, which is not great. Yeah. They're almost there. But their defense is a little... Yeah. Their defense is a little weak. A little. RTL. Yeah. This is about the feeling I was getting after a little while. I'm like, the main thing is that they've got the combos, and they're not like a bad player by any means, but their defense is not nearly as strong. They're a lot more easily shaken by they have a pretty good idea of what to do for mix, but they're very easily shaken when certain things don't work right. And the defense is not quite as tight. Yeah, no, people don't like to. Yeah, people don't like to. And especially, the main thing I've noticed is that on like the 7th and 8th floors mostly, also, people are much more prone to like this shit. Where it's like, they'll go, yeah, like, surely, like, having great offense is really all you need. And they can kind of defend, but the main thing I found is that, like, their tempo breaks really easily if they can't keep it up. Dealing with the devil. No one can ever know. Thank you, Ace, for the sub. I appreciate it. RTL, there's over 50% of your life. That just made the weeb in me very happy. Yeah. I don't even need to rush. Why did you do that? Oh, I didn't jump at that time, so that's fair. So yeah, this is what I mean by weak defense, right? But thank you so much for the sub, Ace. If I could get an exclamation point hype, please, before I go back to kind of like this deconstruction here.
Mankind.
Like, you shake them enough, and it's like, I don't know what to do, right? Happens a lot. So like they have all of they have a lot of the things that Milia needs to do Milia things, but they don't have. And especially once they actually get like the opportunity to do Milia things, they do them correctly. But the main thing is just that their defense is just weak enough in certain spots. Now they're gonna probably go over that. Yep. And that's what I mean, right? Like right when it counts, they're not really thinking about defending. And with this Milia in particular, I feel like a lot of it is that they're trying to use, which is not bad. Let me phrase this more carefully. Like Milia using her movement as part of her defense is not a bad thing. But for them, it's not enough because they don't block when they need to block, and that's why they keep getting hit by shit. And against Sin, that's really all he needs. Like if he taps you and he has stamina, if he taps you and he has meter, you kind of eat shit, which is why you have to actually know how to block. Like being evasive or defending by being evasive is not like the worst thing in the world in Guilty Gear, and Milia should use her movement speed in ways do that, but there are also times where you just got to know how to block. Because if you don't know how to block, and you're too easily like rattled, and it happens to me too, to be clear, and you're too easily like rattled up, then what happens is this shit, where like somebody manages to tag you once, and it's like everything explodes. I never played Guilty Gear, but I always enjoyed the amazing visuals and artistry. I used to play fighting games a lot. Yeah. And Strive is pretty solid as far as like, you know, like a Guilty Gear 2 play. Strive is pretty choice. There are a lot of people who are very much in their feelings about the way that Strive is as compared to like XR or something, and they're like, oh, the game's way more simple down, it's way more much more ableist terms here, like it's not any fun anymore, everybody's dry, everybody's this. First of all, those people are dinguses. Second of all, both XR and plus R have rollback now, so stop shit talking Strive and go play those games and leave the rest of us alone. And it's one of those things, but more seriously, right? I feel like the main thing that Strive has done very well is that it still captured the essence of the characters and just has put them in an environment that's a little bit easier to sort of parse and sort of work with. Damn Rock Agent, alright then. Make we see what you have. Most evasive characters usually feast or famine, either they finesse you or get by. That's kind of it, right? With Milia, the main thing is that you use her movement to help complement her offense, and you have to have good understanding of how her Oki works. If you do not have good Oki as a Milia player and good movement, you get fucked up. Really bad. Okay, Eddie Tree, Eddie's Shadow, Eddie that. Eddie's withdrawn a little bit. There we go. Watch your fucking toesies. Okay. Good. Eddie tree. Very good. They don't have a... I don't think they have a full understanding of how you stagger the Eddie pressure correctly, so I might be able... Yeah, I can keep much better pace than them, because they can't... They can't stagger Eddie's pressure correctly. So with Zato, right, the main... For people who have never seen Zato, who have seen me play this game but haven't seen me fight a Zato before, the main way Zato works is that the little green gauge above his tension meter represents how long he can keep out his Shadow Eddie for certain moves. And when the meter's red, it means that like Eddie is recovering. And the thing about it is that Zato can use Eddie to make a lot of like really obnoxious pressure and things like that and keep you really locked down. But you have to have an understanding of, to use Zato effectively, you have to understand, why'd you do that? I didn't jump. You have to have a very effective understanding of, like, how to actually, like, yeah, basically. When you see the red light, more or less. Like, Zato is not completely helpless without Eddie, but a lot of his, like, really strong pressure and stuff doesn't work if Eddie's not, without Eddie coverage. And what you'll see a lot of like really new Zato players do especially is that they have a tendency to like they have a tendency to like over extend Eddie. And basically what that does is let... Why'd you do that? You're dead. Yeah, like overzealous Zato players have a habit of burning all their Eddie gauge. Like this Zato in particular keeps doing it, right? Where they rely too much on Eddie to give the coverage that you need, and they're not doing things like invite hell. They're not doing a lot of things like invite hell and things like that, and they're relying too much on Eddie to sort of like to provide the coverage or open up what they're doing, and they don't recall him quickly enough, and it leaves them open for long periods of time. Get off my ass. Fuck you. Why would you do that? Like, granted, it does recover fast enough that I'm locked down for like a little bit, but it's like... He's half of the Eddie gauge that he is... Yeah, like that's the main thing, right? Like they keep overextending with... Especially this specific player keeps overextending with Eddie a lot. And so it's a thing where it's like either I wait for Eddie tree, I wait for that, I wait for claps and drill, and it's like, okay, you don't have... And it does recover, like the Eddie gauge does recover relatively quickly, so it's not a complete loss, but it's one of those things where it's like... Well, if I get impatient, then it doesn't work, but... Exactly. That's fair. No, why would you do that? Okay, that's fair. I hit Eddie tree. I hit Eddie tree that time. So, but now I know for a fact though that if I time it correctly, I can elk hunt through clap super, which is not ideal. Why'd you burst so early? You better hope you can keep me off, because if you can't, you're gonna be in for a bad time. You gotta keep me off, because if you don't keep me off... RTL. I have plus frames. Good. I think I might have made it over that. Nope. There we go. That's what they were waiting for. Eddie Tree, Eddie Clap. And are you gonna call it back? You need to call it back. Fucked up. When I was like more than half screen away and it's like, I'm just chilling, I'm just doing whatever. Should have called Eddie back. But kept him out. Earned all your Eddie gauge and it's like, well, okay, guess it's my turn now.
Move on to the next war.
By all means. People should have link permissions, I think. So if people want to clip that, then by all means. But yeah, it's just like... But yeah, that's the kind of thing I mean, right? So let me be clear. Like, good Zato players are fucking frightening. Because what they'll do is, they will properly stagger use of Eddie to create really tight and obnoxious pressure. And you still get windows to be like, okay, Eddie is down, I can try to do something. But good Zato players understand how to... good Zato players understand how to properly balance how much time they spend throwing Eddie at you with like annoying you with Zato's normals also until Eddie comes back. They keep it a lot more even and they manage the use of Eddie a lot better. Let's see with this Potemkin how we go. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, like, the Potemkin that, after fighting the Potemkin that I fight regularly, Potemkin scares me a lot less than he used to. He's still scary, but a lot less scary than he used to be. Like, there is a Potemkin I fight against regularly. Oh, I'm going to get hit by that. Yeah, that's fair. There's a Potemkin I fight against regularly who is like... Oh. I tried to fucking hit 5p, and because Potemkin was too low, the 5p went over his head. I'm like, why is this not hitting? That's fair. Okay, I was about to say, don't get hit by it twice. You better block that shit. Good. I was about to say, please block that. Please block that. I was trying to RTL and catch like an extended limb, but I kind of fucked it up. Hammerfall is not that safe. There's no way. Okay, that's why it's the pushback. I'm like, I know Hammerfist is not that safe. There we go. You messed up, Aaron! Yeah, this Potemkin isn't so scary. I haven't been hit by a pot buster. I haven't been hit by a pot buster at all. Which means that either they're not confident in the pot buster input, or I don't know. Third impact. Don't do it again! Why'd you do it twice? One, two, three, up, up. Mega fist backwards. Oh. Oh, they tried to do HPB, but they fucked it up. Head, never fall. Good. Thank you for jabbing me out of that. They can get along with without Pop Buster, but it's kind of limiting. It's limiting how afraid I really am of them, because it's like I'm not worried about getting hit by it really. Nope. Up. Slide head. Okay, good. Good impact. Up. Okay, thank you. Got that correctly. I might lose this. I might lose this one. We have to see. Yeah, I fucked up. I got a little too confident of how I could deal with Gigantor in close range, and that's why I got. My type of character tends to gravitate. Yeah, Potemkin's a grappler. So if you're fine with like grapplers and being relatively not fast and everything, then Potemkin's your character. Damn it. Strive, what the fuck? You off my groove. Let's reconnect. Let me grab this and throw this link over in the Discord. But yeah, like that Potemkin, pretty passable sense of like how to play and everything. Just not very confident in their pop buster inputs, I think. Not very confident in their pop buster inputs or something else. I'm not really sure. But if they start working those in, that Potemkin will easily jump another floor or two, I think. But they weren't doing them as much, so it's like, okay, I can be up close, it doesn't really matter. They compensated relatively well by using like Gigantor and things like that to their benefit, which is good. But it's also one of those things where, yeah, I wasn't really afraid of them up close like I should be of a Potemkin, because basically once Potemkin is on top of you, you should be afraid for your life. If a Potemkin is on top of you and they're not putting the fear of God into you, they fucked up. Soul Calibur 5 Siegfried? It might be a different Potemkin player, I think. Or maybe not. In color scheme. I have to see. Bop, bop. Doesn't feel like it. Full burst. It doesn't feel like it, but I could be wrong. The one I was fighting against previously didn't use a lot of butt drop. But it could be them, and they just kind of changed up the strategy a little bit. The main reason why I'm like I don't think it's them is because we have a better connection than I did with the last one. Like the last person had much higher rollback frames. Impact. That's fair. Good. Ah, damn, I thought that'd be enough to kill. Yeah. Even for a fighting game. Yeah, you can feel the pace is a little different. They have the same issue though, which is that not confident in actually going for regular Potemkin busters, which again, like if you're new to Potemkin, it's like I don't want to really use it a lot yet. I mean that's fair, but like there we go. Like this is kind of what it should be, right? Where it's like, damn, fuck, Potemkin got me with Pop Buster, right? Like if you're playing Potemkin and you're not hitting people with Pop Busters, you're leaving damage on the table, both like literal HP damage as well as like psychological pressure. Because like you get hit by a Pop Buster, you're like, fuck, I got hit by Pop Buster, right? But if you're not using it, then it's like, okay. I wanted to get a super. It's bad. Well, I wasn't in the corner, so it's okay. Thanks for the free burst, nerd! If you see that your enemy has Roman cancelled and you have burst, don't burst. Because if your enemy has Roman cancelled and they're not already pressing a button, and you burst, they can block that shit, and then you have a bad time. Good. 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 Use it. Wake up. Do it. If you see that I jumped, fucking pop me with HPB, I'm probably dead. Good. And this is why I was like with the other Potemkin, I'm like, if they start with the other Potemkin I was fighting, that's why I was like, if they would actually use Pop Buster and like HPB and stuff, this would be a problem. And now you can see why, right? Like the other Potemkin was not willing to try any of that, and it's like, you're holding yourself back. Fair. Yeah. I'm not upset. RTL. Run back though. Yeah, I assumed Ace meant like Final Fantasy games where you actually have more control over that. Oh! Free! 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 Let's see. The scaling will either stop it from killing me or I'll die. It's one of those two. Scaling stopped it from killing me, but I basically, if I fuck, well. Yep, they are. Good. Okay. I got one more. I got one more. I think I'm gonna win it. Pretty sure. Ooh! I actually got the Kara Cancel Tyrant Barrel! Holy shit! Yes! Dead. I'm so happy I got that. I'm so happy I got that fucking Kara Cancel Tyrant Barrel. I mean, it helped that I had the wall stick. Because I would have probably not had the time otherwise. But, yeah. The main thing about that Potemkin in particular was that, and the thing that I was getting hit by a lot, is that when they were up close and doing jumps, when they were close enough to do jumps, they were trying to aggravate me with like a lot of cross-ups and like ambiguous, am I gonna be over here, am I gonna ass drop or whatever, and that's how they were trying to get one over. So when I slowed down a little bit, it was just like, I slowed down a little bit mentally. I'm like, let me just pop them. Just like kind of like just go like, bah! Like bam, shake the jaw a little bit. What the fuck, your opponent's name and character? I didn't actually look at the name. I wasn't paying attention. If it's something cursed, I'm gonna beat their ass. Because I know they're playing Giovanna, but let's see. Oh. Oh. Would I be down for a couple sets? Yeah. Don't do that. Good. Stop trying to take your turn after Sepultura. It's not your turn. Dead. Good. RTL. RTL. I got the plus frames. No. They also literally tried to hit me, I think, with, yeah, I feel like they tried to hit me with Sol Puente right there, and so I just popped them in the face with bar slash. Don't do that. Okay, that's good. That was unfortunate. They tried the gold burst and I blocked it, so okay, good. Ventania, keep me off. Good. It wasn't their turn after Sepultura. I should have used something a little faster. I didn't have burst yet. Fuck. Got a burst early. Ah, they stole it. Fuck. That's fine. No, fuck! I stopped blocking just a second too early. She would have been plus afterward, but if I'd been... Shit. If I'd stayed a little bit on the ball, I would have had it. She would have been plus after, maybe, based on the height. And if I'd blocked it as opposed to, like, trying to hit her out of it, I might have been able to run it back. Maybe. No. That's fine. Okay, no, I was okay there. I was thinking for a second that that might have been not a great idea because if she had enough meter for a Ventania, I would have eaten shit there, but she didn't. Oh, there, like that. That's what I was worried about happening last round, and it didn't. Ooh, shit. I got lucky. I got real lucky. I put that beak driver out there just on the assumption that it's like there's nothing that she can do that can low profile that. So I was just like, let me just beak driver real quick and just like stuff this whole area in front of me with a hitbox, and hopefully it'll keep me from getting my shit pushed in. Luck is the moment that skill meets prepper. Yeah, but it's just, yeah, it's just one of those things where I sat and I thought about it, like for half a second, and I was like, okay, I don't know if this is going to work 100%, but it's just like.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts, heaven or hell. Duel 1.
Okay, let's see. Good. Mhm. Cross up over there. Yep. I didn't have enough frames there to get out a jab as a counter get off my ass. Mhm. There. Alright. That's fine. Okay, fair. Oh, she's got enough meter of Ventania, I gotta be careful. Oh! Yep, and that's why I wanted to block that the last time. The last time I fought Giovanna, this Giovanna, and she used diving super on me, that's why I wanted to block it. I was like, I don't want to get hit by that. Good, got the burst. Fair. Oh, tried it. Good. Hmm. Ah, shit. Now if I blocked that, I could have jabbed the next follow up probably. They got plus frames. Don't try to mash. My ass. You couldn't get away quite that fast. Much as you wanted to. Nah. I respect it. You tried to get away after you realized that you fucked up, but beak driver go long. Fair. Oh, okay, fair. Ooh, shit. Hey, Shark. That's good. How you doing? Alright, then let me finish this set, Mellow, and I'll go set up a room. Fuck. Yeah, because now they're awake. It's gonna be kind of a pain to deal with. Fuck! Oh wow. Wow, they beefed it because they that's a shame. Doing alright, prepping for work stuff this weekend. Is it fun like works? Damn, they beefed it so bad because they if they hadn't fucking Roman canceled when they hit me with the super, it would have been a wrap. Yeah, something like that. I think she's expecting the block on the overdrive and was like, oh yeah, then I'll just I'll Roman cancel to keep the pressure going. Might have been. Y'all have about 20 minutes left to vote in the Fighting Friday poll for February's Fighting Friday games. So Nightbot just spat out the link for voting if you want. It's ranked voting, so the top three will be the ones that get picked, but you can vote for as many games as you want. There. Yeah, it would have, but basically the timing on the Roman cancel that they did. I know Strive is probably some. You don't actually tell me, but I'm pretty sure Strive is probably one of the top polling ones because it always is. I've kind of accepted that. It's like, yeah, this is most like half the time when we do Fighting Fridays, I'm usually like doing like Guilty Gear Strive at least twice a month. All right, there we go. All right, I'm gonna go set up the room for Mello now. Yeah, and like that Giovanna, yeah. And now y'all see what I mean when I said earlier that it's like, given enough time, I could literally probably fight my way back up to the 10th floor, and that's why I was staying there for a while. It feels like they moved before seeing your counterplay, which gave them the wrong one. Are you going to try Grand Blue Rising when that comes out? I already have base Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. I cannot say with confidence that I'm a good Narmaya player, but I like playing Narmaya a lot. So, like, when base Grand Blue Versus came out, I was very much into it for a while. But as it kind of fell backward in the whole, like, rollback thing, eventually I was just like, I can't fucking hang. Also, just a little bit of some of the things that they hadn't quite sorted out that they have now. So in particular, right? The tactical rush, now that I've gone back to... Later, Stubby. We'll catch you on the flip. Now that I've gone back to play the current version of Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, tactical rush being added in, I think was a pretty good call. Just because it is very... It's not something that you get to use like a lot because of just how meter gain generally sort of seems to feel in that game. But it lets you be a lot more flexible. It lets you be a lot more flexible with the things that you can do, and I feel like the game really needed that. So yeah, I'm gonna just put the code in chat in case it doesn't show up correctly. So 3SC3. But yeah, like now with the changes that it looks like they're going to be making to Grand Blue versus Rising, deliberately try to like open it up even more. Now that they're not so scared of, not scared is not the right word. Now that they feel more open to sort of just, now that they feel a little bit more open to loosening up a couple of the things that they were holding really tightly as design ideas. Now that they feel a little more comfortable kind of like letting loose a little more in Grand Blue versus Rising, I have very positive feelings about how that game is going to turn out. I still feel it's going to be a much more grounded and kind of like closer to Street Fighter looking anime style game than most games from Arc System Works usually are. But it will also have just a little bit more like system flexibility in a way that like earlier versions of the game didn't really have. So yeah, when Granblue versus Rising drops, I'm gonna play it. That's the plan. I went back to just regular Granblue versus just for a little bit to get a feel for Narmaya again, to see sort of how to play her. And of course, I had to pick a stance character. Of course, I had to pick a fucking stance character because why not? But basically, there's only one Granblue character that they could add to Granblue Versus in general that would make me really go like, I'm all in. And I don't think they're gonna add her because I don't think she's popular like that.
母さんが待ってる
Alright, it's been a minute since I fought an Eno, especially since like the patch changes came out, so let's see how bad I get done up. Yep. Good 6p. Up. Yep. Damn. Literally out here with the fucking TK sultry performance. I see you. Cleave. All right. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, it's been a minute. And I know Mello is out here doing like top 8s in tournaments and shit, which is good. I'm happy about that by all means. That's good. But I'm also, yeah, I have not fought like I started to practice sim blocking actually in
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts. Or Duel 1. Let's rock.
I don't exactly know how all that stuff hits. Good. You know. Good. You should have bursted that. You really should have bursted that. You're not dead, but you should have bursted that. Also safe jumping. I haven't learned any sin safe jumps, and I really should. Good. Ooh. Hey, Ami. Oh no. You tried it. RTL. Yeah, I'm doing good, Yami. Thanks for asking.
Mankind knew
Oh no! Yeah, like the moment I saw that you did 2H, I'm like, oh, and I put in RTL. He's not gonna have a good time. Good. Whoop. Good. I was about to say, if you don't burst that right there, that's a bad time. Good. Going for an evening of Commander MTG. Oh, wait. After that, I could have done RTL. Fuck. Yeah. Damn it. I left it on the table. I had enough meter to do RTL after that. Three. Damn. Fair. Yeah, that's my own fault. That's my own fault. That was good. Hang on, I gotta adjust the room settings. Because normally when I do room matches, I'm doing a larger rotation than this, and so I forgot. I have to adjust the settings. So give me 1 second. Room settings, edit room settings, infinite matches. Alright, should be good now. I think. Hang on, let me double check. Let me check real quick. I think I fixed it. Yeah, infinite. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that's Sin's thing. Like, that's why when I said earlier, it's like, you should have bursted that. I'm not kidding. Like, do not let Sin put hands on you with resources. If Sin has one block of stamina, and he hits you with his 2H at the right height, one block of stamina, 50% tension, and he hits you with a 2H at the right height, he can carry you corner to corner. That's not a joke. Do not get hit by Sin. Just don't. Like, his shit will fuck you up, and that's very much on purpose. I keep thinking of talking about Sintiac, where all this was still a pipe, but they don't need to actually touch. Yeah, fair. Ow. 2-0. I was about to say, if I eat one wrong mix, I'm gonna get fucking stuck to the wall. Good. See? Right, I forgot about JD. Damn. That was good. But yeah, do not let me put hands on you. That is what we call a bad fucking time. I tried the 2H and I respect it, but like, yeah, you gotta be careful about that with Sin. Man. Good, made it with. Fuck, it whipped by just a little bit. It whipped by just a little bit. Oh, perfect timing. Nightbot just threw out the vote link for Fighting Friday. Yeah, I whipped the last hit of the dust by like half, and otherwise it would have. But yeah, make sure that you vote in Fighting Vote Day, because the vote closes in like 5 minutes. You can pick as many games as you want, but you only get one vote. Top 3 games are the ones that will get played next month, and first place gets played twice. I may, depending on how people feel. Let me pose this actually, because there are some people who aren't in the Discord that can answer this question now. Would y'all be interested in having a stream of the Samurai Showdown rollback beta when it happens in February? Are you willing to give up a Fighting Friday to see that? I might as well ask now, because I'll ask the people in my Discord later. Yep. Oh. Good burst bait. I read the mix-up badly. Damn, I was trying to do... Wake up RTL would have been fucking hilarious right there if I'd done the input correctly. It would have been like, wake up RTL, splat. But I fucked it up.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
I was like, wake up RTL, and it's like, or you could just completely fuck up the input.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Wow, I read the high-low wrong. Thank you. Ow. Oh! Damn, it wasn't. I messed up the timing of the follow-up.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Good. Oh. Okay, that means my Gazelle step pressure is getting too linear, and you can tell. That's fine. Yeah. Nothing I love more than seeing a good faultless defense right after I do like something jabby. I love that shit. Definitely got to figure that out. Yeah.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves,
Yeah, I love that. Like, oh, I see a faultless defense right after I did a jab. It's like, cool, I am allowed to approach. Oh, good 6P. There we go. If I'd done beat drive, should have done an RTL. That would have been a carry. Good. And if I dropped that, I would have gotten Tyrant Barrel combo. Fuck. I was trying to wait for you to use the jump cancel normal to burst so that you couldn't bait it, and I fucked up and waited too long. Damn. I was like, if I wait just long enough, wait till he burns like a jump cancelable normal, I should be fine. I fucked it up.
so
Bitter.
duel one. Let's rock.
That's fine. Nope. Ooh. Yeah, that shit's... Ah, fuck! Right. Yep. There. I got held down by no pressure. Died! Love that. Get off me. Yep, there we go. Wait a damn minute. Is this man fighting with a flag? The sheer audacity, I thought it was a scythe. There is a character in this game that fights with a scythe. Their name is Testament, and they are extremely goth partner energy. They're very cool. Get off me. Alright, let's see. I'm dead. I'm dead. 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 But yes, the literal lore as far as Sin is concerned is that the man that raised him basically said, the man that basically when Sin was a very, very young child, he was like, hey, hey old man, I want to use a really, really flashy,
Mankind knew that they cannot
I want to use like a really, really flashy weapon, something really cool and really powerful and everything. And said old man was like, you might as well just go around and wave a flag then or something shit. And that's how that happened. I'm not joking. That's literally how it happened. Literally, Soul Bad Guy looked young Sin in the eye and said, when Sin was asking, well, I want a really cool weapon, it's really flashy and really all this other stuff. Soul literally looked him in the eye and said, go fucking wave a flag or something, I guess. Yeah, I mean young. Yeah, I mean when he was even younger. But my point still stands. Like you're correct. You're roughly correct, Memzy. I don't remember the exactly how old he is. I don't think he's hit double digits yet. But yes, your point still stands. Well, mine also. I meant when he was like small. Like probably by most standards when he was maybe like 2 or 3. It's not very clear as far as like the actual. I don't remember if it was like an audio drama or something where they actually talked about it, but it was something like that. Ah, shit. Too hasty. Yeah, I remember Jax, Ace. I remember Jax very well. Fuck.
ブリッジくらいにはなったわ。
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of Duel 1.
Don't backdash. That's fair, you didn't backdash. I don't even know if the thing I had planned would have worked anyway. Oh boy. Oh, I didn't have enough for... Get off me. Oh wow! What the fuck? Okay, that was great. That was cool. But also, what the fuck? Damn. Yeah, now I'm gonna be in a bad spot for a hot minute. I gotta think a little harder about how to deal with this now. Goodness. You're doing exactly the thing you should be doing against Sin, which is to bait out a lot of my slower to recover moves and making me eat shit. Should have just gone for something else. Yeah, there it is. And yeah, that's mainly the thing with Sim, right? It's just like okay, press a button, then the frames are mine now. I forgot about that. I forgot how many fucking iframes that move has. So I was trying to mash against it like a fool.
素敵なファルセットだ
I should know better. I should know better because I am an Eno player, kind of. I should have known better. I literally just had to like jump and get over you, and I didn't do that. No.
Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Quick attack characters that's been banned in most games. You can hit them even house part one misses the open. The main trick is one, either you more or less have to. The main thing with Eno, and this is a lot harder than it sounds like. This is relatively hard to do, but with Eno, the main thing is that if you fill the space that she likes to sort of interact with your buttons, she has a very hard time. And there are specific gaps in specific spots in her defense or in her offense that you can pick out if you know to look for them. Good. Like, honestly, if I'd been patient right there during that mix and blocked a little, if I stopped being so fucking impatient at that point, I would have basically kind of like grabbed Mello by the scuff and like thrown him out. But I fucked it up because I was getting too impatient. Good. Oh, I fucked up. I should have done Tyrant Barrel. Get off me. Up, up. Balls. I didn't know you were gonna go for that. Yep, exactly. Now that, yeah, what Mojo said is exactly what I was thinking. It's like now that they've stopped being so restrictive with the way that most of the game works, it just opens a lot. It opens up a lot. Side switched to Buffy and I got HL instead of dive, and he still killed me.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, duel one. Let's rock.
Right. There we go. Oh! I got the clean hit! I got the clean hit! Yes, baby! My baby boy! I got the clean hit on Tyrant Barrel. Damn! Take those. Explain that super move a little bit. Basically, that super move that I used called Tyrant Barrel, if you are able to hit the opponent in the clean spot of it, you do an absurd amount of damage, basically. And I managed to get literally the perfect clean hit, and you can tell because of how long the screen paused for before I got the wall break. Clean hit Tyrant Barrel, if you can get it, that shit hurts. Like, clean hit Tyrant Barrel will literally just erase. Like, somebody will look at you, and you'll see like the rest of their soul astral project out of their back if you hit them with that. That shit hurts. Yeah, clean hit really said, yeah, exactly. Like, it stops for a long ass time and then goes, you're dead. RTL is more consistent damage, but it's harder to hit with. But Tyrant Barrel is a little bit more unstable, but that shit will hurt. Hang on. The pop-off levels were so... The pop-off levels are so high, my brain is not on the current match yet. My brain is still taking a second to catch up. I wasn't fast enough. I was really hoping that you were gonna do I was really hoping you were gonna do Fortissimo or something, and you didn't. Which is fair. No. Ah, fuck! was short by half a fucking inch, and that would have been a perfect fucking grab. I'm in pain.
またお相手して
Literally just by half a fucking inch did I miss that grab. Just half an inch. Golly.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So, Duel 1. Let's rock.
受けた
Yeah, that shit is not gonna hit from up there.
どう
The burst. Not a clean hit, but fair. There we go. The moment that beak driver, made contact, I'm like, chip kill. Here we go. 5S, 511. Why do you betray me so? It's fair. Up. Ah. Alright. Extended. Fuck.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
リハは終わりだね
Fuck! I made it under note and I... Damn. I made it under note and I fucked it up.
素敵な春セットだ
And yeah, Ace, the main thing that I think Mello was talking about was that, yeah,
That they cannot change
it's
society.
the main issue in terms of like leaving open. What Mello means is that he doesn't tech throws really well. That's mainly it. It's one of those things where it's like, the throws are the hard part. With mostly pretty much every other part of his kit, he's more or less set up for like baiting out a lot of, again, which is what like you need to do against Sin. You have to bait a lot of his bullshit, but like, no. Good. Fuck. I burst too early. No, fuck. I should have done RTL. Oof! He went for stroke, the big tree, and got hit by the fucking uncharged 5D. Unfortunate. Damn it. Close S didn't come out. Mm, mm, mm. Whew. I gambled way too hard there. That was not a good idea. I put my soul on the line for that. And that's why. Because I was in my head, right after I was looking at your meter, I'm like, I really shouldn't have done that. Or if I was going to do that, I should have backed the fuck up. Because Megalo would have whiffed, and if I backed up, Ultimate Fortissimo, I might have been able to punish if I blocked the first hit.
The beasts. Duel 1. Let's rock.
No. Good. Two. I really gotta stop trying to fight in the air. They'll just fucking 6P me all the time.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock. Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock.
There we go. No.
Slap.
I gotta stop stroke too. Okay, that's what it is. Stop stroke.
Mankind knew that they cannot change. Duel 1. Let's rock.
No. There we go. Exactly the kind of thing I would have done in that situation, where it's like, all right, I got the hover dash, and they weren't paying attention. Command throw super. Stroke the big tree literally took you under my burst. I'm impressed.
あなたはしたね
Yeah. Stroke the big tree literally took you under my burst. It's like, so I just kind of have to eat shit. That's cool. That's good. Like, I was just like, why'd that miss? Like, oh yeah, like because Stroke the Big Tree's hitbox is like literally like crawling along the ground. A clean hit, but good enough. There we go. Whew. No. Alright, there's no gap. Should have known better, because I know there's no gap there.
あなたはしたね
終わらねえからな
Slap. Duel 3. Let's rock.
Ooh.
Slap.
バトルが終われば俺たちもう友達だよな
Shit. Thought I could grab there. I forget how. Also, shout out to Panic Burst. Yeah.
Mankind knew that they cannot. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Okay, so that doesn't quite work. Alright. Night, Mojo. There we go. Night, Mojo. Holy shit. Thank God. If Megalo had hit, that would have fucking been it for me. Yeah, I really thought Megalo was gonna hit. God damn it!
Slap. Duel 3. Let's rock. Slap.
Roman, not a Roman cancel, but a faultless there. A faultless somewhere in there would have made that throw win, and I didn't think about doing that. Yeah, I got. If I'd been paying attention, I could have faultless
Mankind
probably at least
change society.
one or two of those grounded hits and forced you out,
Reflecting on
kept the throw from landing. If I wasn't thinking about it,
Duel 1.
I got done up.
Let's rock.
受けた
So you better fucking burst. I was about to say you better fucking burst. I got the fucking close slash, and you did. Very good. There we go. Fuck. Oh, I would have killed. But I didn't trust it. I would have killed, and I didn't trust it. I should have just stopped to see if it hit or not. It's 1, 2, 3. Eno doesn't have enough gut scaling, and it was raw RTL. That probably would have killed. Fuck. Alright, one more. I went half an hour over my normal time because of how much need to be close to the comp. Yeah, happens.
I knew that they cannot
Because I went like half an hour over to compensate for stream, basically burping and eating shit multiple times at the start. So I'm a little over the time I normally schedule for Friday stream. So this will be the last set. No, you're good. It's not because no, I put it longer on purpose because stream crashed literally like 3 fucking times at the start. So it's just that it's about the time we hit about 3 hours even. So I needed this set because I haven't fought an Eno since the patch came out anyway. And I don't fight good Enos unless I'm fighting you. So it's like you're good. I saw that shit.
Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Okay. Good.
Slap.
俺の小倉
Duel 3. Let's rock.
I'm dead though. Oh, that was good. That was good. Oh, that was good.
Eno.
Fuck!
Win.
That was so good. GG's. Damn. Ah! Ah, that was good. Good games. You know how gym leaders in like the new Pokemon games, when you yeah, that was fun. You know, but you know how when you beat gym leaders in like the new Pokemon games, at first some of them like make that really frustrated face and then they just go like that's me. That was good. That was a good set. Alright. Let's take a look at the results for the poll before we leave. So we're not headed out yet, Sin, so no commercials yet, Sin. I have to go pull up the results for the Fighting Friday poll first. Straw poll. Let's see. It should be closed. Okay, yeah. So, results. Surprising absolutely fucking nobody. Alright, hold on. Yet again, surprising absolutely fucking nobody. Guilty Gear Strive takes first fucking place in the poll. Second place is a tie between Street Fighter 5 and the King of Fighters 15, which means I have to go spin the wheel. And third place is DNF Duel. Alright, let's go. I'm keeping my eyes closed so I can't see until I open it. Alright. It's King of Fighters 15. Okay, so here's the deal though. I have to think about how to pace this out. So the main catch is that if my timing is correct, then the second week of February should be when the Samurai Showdown rollback open beta opens up for Samurai Showdown 7, I think. Right? So, here's my line of thought. Technically speaking, Guilty Gear Strive would get to Fighting Fridays. It technically would, but, and this is not me saying I'm sick of playing Strive, because I'm not. It's just one of those things that because we happen to have such a limited time event for, and this is sort of why I also do ranked voting, so that on the off chance that we get doing like a Fighting Friday month, an interesting one-off or something, the first place vote, whatever it is, usually winds up getting one of its opportunities shelved that we do sometimes the limited time ones, which is part of why I do it this way. So, the Samurai Showdown open beta for rollback is going to be from February... Let me see. Okay, February 10th through the 17th. So, assuming, fingers crossed, okay, JST. So, fingers crossed, if it is live by the time, let me go write this down and fight for freedom. Okay, and fighting. Right. We're not doing Strive first next month because we did Strive this week. So I'm gonna do AOF 15, Strive 1, or if it's available, Sam Show RBT, then DNF Duel, then Strive 1. Okay, so this is the plan. Basically, we're gonna do King of Fighters 15 next week, Strive 1, or if the open beta is not live by the time I'm streaming on Friday, February 10th, or it may not be open. I don't know or not. But the Samurai Showdown rollback test, if that is live by the time I start stream on February 10th, then the plan is that we'll play that. So it's either going to be King of Fighters 15, Sam Show RBT, DNF Duel, and then Strive, or we do KOF 15, Strive, DNFD, Strive again, depending on whether or not the rollback beta for Samurai Showdown is active during the second week. I don't think I've really watched any of Samurai Showdown, actually. Sam Show is a game where, how do I describe it? A lot of people say that Sam Show is like a really heavy footsies game, and that's like, It's more along the lines that like Samurai Showdown is very much a game with extremely explosive damage. Having a good like sense of nerves for neutral is really important, but it is not necessarily a footsies game per se. Having a good control of yourself in neutral and really tense situations is really good for Sam Show, because combos are very short in that game, but for most characters, you do a 3-hit combo, and that's like 25 to 30% of your health. Sam Show is very big on the if you get touched like 3 times, an interaction will kill you sort of thing. It's very much this is the way that I put it. Samurai Showdown is very intentional about trying to replicate the spirit to a certain degree of watching a Chambara movie, right? Or watching like a good old Jiraigeki Samurai movie, where it's like, okay, you have these moments of very, very like tense stillness where you're sort of trying to like figure out like, is this the time where I pop off? Is this the time where I hold off? Like, it is a very, like, basically, right? Samurai Showdown. And you can go watch some footage and see if your impression fits this also. For Samurai Showdown 7 specifically. It's one of those things where very much it's a game where you sort of live and die on a knife's edge. And it makes very good use of, like, extreme tension, as well as the fact that, like, you fuck up an interaction, like, 2 or 3 times, maybe 4, depending on the character, and you eat shit. It's very fun if you can handle the pressure. It is very, very fun if you can handle the pressure. Because there's a lot of just, like, who's gonna blink first? Because punish is fucking hurt in that game. And you don't need long combos to do damage. Like, shit just hurts. Flat out. Okay, so, thank y'all for coming by stream. I appreciate it. We're at time. So, Sin. My dear Sinjiak, if you are here, could I kindly get commercials? Discord? Yep. It's links this time. There we go. Ariga, thanks. So, Discord. If you like the stream, if you want to hang out with us and like watch anime on Saturdays and things like that. If you just want to shoot the breeze, shoot the shit. Maybe sometimes see when I post stuff that doesn't make it out onto Twitch. That's what the Discord's for. You can feel free to join us over there if Discord is your thing. If not, understandable. Just make sure that you message me or Sin or Norian when you get in. Let us know who you are, your Twitch name, all that other stuff. And we'll get you rolled up and you're good to go. But links to other stuff I do. I sometimes write long-form game design articles over on Medium. Stuff about fighting games. Stuff about approachability versus accessibility. Things like that. Over on Medium. Stream VODs. We get Fighting Friday stream VODs now, as well as Sunday streams. So if you want to head over and see some of the cool stuff, some of the speedrun submissions and speedruns I've done with GDQ, things like that, that's all over there on the stream VODs page. Ko-Fi, you can use that to support me long term if you don't want to give money to Amazon and Jeff Bezos, if that's not your thing. And it just goes toward the stream and like game make do things. Throne, you can buy gifts for the stream, like Common Rider paraphernalia, if that's your thing, for me to like goof around and do redemptions with, or desk organization things, however you like. I'm gonna put some more things up on there at some point to kind of just liven it up a little bit. And then my card has all my other social media. The Twitter that I don't use very often anymore. Co-host, Hive Social, all those other spots. Instagram, TikTok. Well, I only really have a TikTok for like looking at other people's TikToks, but I'm there. I'm doing that stuff. All that is over on my card. So, I'll catch y'all on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time with some Legend of Legaia. I'm going to go find us somebody to go hang out with. I want to try to get somebody that we haven't been to in a minute. So I think if Jahara Jade is on... No, we did raid Jahara recently-ish, actually, now that I think about it. So we may not be able to go see her. Let me take a look here and see. Yeah, Jahara was within this month, so we gotta see if we can find somebody else. I do need to open up this person's street link elsewhere, so we can do that. Oh, 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 baby. I know where the fuck we are going. There is absolutely no way we are going anywhere else. We are going to go raid the one, the only, the Foot King. He who reigns many riskies. All this other stuff. We are going to go raid J-Rock the God. Because he is in fact... Sorry, Sin, I beat you to it. My bad. Mea culpa. I'm too excited. He's playing Legend of Legaia. So we're going to go fucking hang out with J-Rock. Because he's fucking awesome. He plays a variety of different games. He has planned with Pleasantly Twisted I think he's going to be trying to co-chair for when they play Legend of Legaia. It's going to be so fucking good. I'm so excited. So when we get over to J-Rock stream, hit him with a good old SJH does raids. Let him know who sent you, throw in your favorite emotes, all that other stuff. Till I see y'all with my Legend of Legaia stream, have a good time. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Stay safe, wash your hands, don't wear a mask if you don't have to. Don't wear... Oh, God. Fuck. That came out backwards. Let me rewind that. Stay safe. Don't go outside if you don't have to. Please wear a mask everywhere that you go. Yes, that's what I meant. Be excellent to each other. Thank you, Sin. Thank you. Please wear a mask and don't go out unless you have to. Yes. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Don't go outside if you don't have to. All that other stuff. And be excellent to each other. But not to bigots, turfs, sexists, racists, Elon Musk stands, J.K. Rowling stands, crypto nerds. Yeah. This is not an anti-masker stream. If you come in here on that logic, I will in fact, grab you by the neck and, yeet you. Alright. Till then. Catch y'all later. Bye.